All right, everybody, we're at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. I'm giving you my top 5 favorite rides at the park. Join us today on the XP Project. All right, it's another beautiful day today. We are out here at Disneyland and we're looking at the monorail pass by right there. All right, today I'm giving you my top 5 favorite rides at the Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California. Again, these are my personal favorites. It's not necessarily maybe the best rides at the park. I'm just giving you the rides that I like the best. They're just my personal preferences. Please drop a comment below and let me know what rides are your favorite. Let's get into this. Big Thunder Mountain. You know, I think the thing I like so much about this one is that it's really good for all ages. It's not one of those like insanely out of control roller coasters, but it still has like such a thrill to it. And you know, at the Disneyland Park, there's not a lot of coasters, and so this one always brings in great crowds. It's one I love so much. I love the little narrator at the beginning of this one. It's so great. He's kind of like old-timey prospector. Here we go. Part right here, you get such a good view of the mountain. So great. Yeah. That is just so classic. I love that. You know, side note, that one is great to go on at night too. If you get a chance, do it both ways. It's so good either way. All right, so the Disneyland Railroad's on this list. This one is a really special one to me just because it has a lot of nostalgic value from when I was a little kid. This was always like my favorite ride as a little kid. I think it's just because I wasn't like a huge thrill seeker when I was really young. And so I loved sitting on the train, and I loved dinosaurs and the fact that you go through the little dinosaur cave there between Tomorrowland and Main Street. I just absolutely love this ride so much. It's something that just means a lot to me, and that's why I've got it on this list.
Speaking of surprises, this place we're passing over is chock full of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and other beloved critters on fun-filled adventures where anything can happen. As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, the last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. Signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear. The ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also a gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters.
We are now steaming into Toontown Depot. This will be your exit for all the attractions in Toontown and Fantasyland, including Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail.
I love when you're rolling into the Tomorrowland train station, you can smell the fresh gas smell from Autopia. It's like, I'm always saying, like, we're preparing our kids to get that gas smell and traffic jams.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado, tenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a sus hijos. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Yeah, I think the other thing that kind of gets me when I'm riding on the Disneyland Railroad is just Walt's passion for like the whole locomotive industry and his passion for trains. It just, I don't know, it just kind of hits the feels when you're on the Disneyland Railroad. I love it so much. All right, so if you haven't noticed on this list, I do tend to kind of pick a little bit of the rides besides Rise of the Resistance that are a little bit more like classic rides. I think it's just, I'm kind of like a big nostalgia guy. I'm a big Walt Disney guy. I just love the vision that this park was and still is. And so I do pick a little bit more of the nostalgic rides than I do the super technical rides. I like those ones and I sprinkle them in, but I've got Matterhorn on this list just because it's such an amazing ride. This ride basically was the reason we have track roller coasters today. So it just really brings a lot of joy to my heart to ride this thing, knowing kind of what it brought for the future. And Walt just absolutely loved this. I love the video of him riding on it for the first time and the smile on his face. It's the smile that we all have when we go on this ride. Such a classic. And you can't pass up the music that's playing when you're in the queue for this one. It's so great. The other really nice thing about this one is there is a single rider queue, so it kind of makes things go a little bit better if you're only riding by yourself. Obviously, if you're in a big family, it's going to be a little harder, but it makes such a difference because this ride can get brutal as far as queue goes. All right, so no surprise at all, Haunted Mansion is on this list. This is one of my favorite rides of all time. It's just such a good attraction. And it is the holiday Haunted Mansion right now, the Nightmare Before Christmas. That runs a little less than half of the year. So always just keep track of the calendar and see when it is. It does go down for refurb twice a year to change over and to change back. This ride is just so classic. And the thing I love about this one is Walt just had the vision for this one and he was never able to see it to come to fruition, but it's just such a classic ride and so much is going on in there technically that it just blows my mind. This had to be on the list.
Makes a fine Christmas present. Jack's holiday vision was unrivaled. So ring out the bells. There's more cheers to uncover.
A star, a brilliant star for my fortune card tree. On the 13th day of Christmas, my good love gave to me 13 rings of power, embracing strength that never ends. 12 signs of the zodiac that rule the future and transcend. 11 my good love gave to me.
Hang on to your holiday hat. Boogie's got some gifts to garnish.
Just always remember that there is a really hefty queue during the holiday season for this one. It's not as bad during the regular season, but during the holiday season it gets pretty rough. So just always keep that in mind, but if you got Genie Plus like we do, you can use that lightning lane. I know I've got like a really simple appetite, but the blue milk stand is probably my favorite food cart at Disney. These drinks are just so good. I get probably one a day. Oh, check out this. This is great.
Nothing to see here. Have you sworn an excellent order? That is affirmative. Affirmative, Your
All right, so Rise of the Resistance. So I've heard so many people say to me that aren't even Star Wars fans at all that they just love Rise of the Resistance. It's their favorite ride at the park. And I completely agree. I mean, the technical side of it is just unbelievable. I remember the first time I rode on it because it was right after COVID. You know, Galaxy's Edge hadn't been opened yet, but it was right after COVID, and I went on that ride for the first time, and I honestly was speechless. The things that go on in that ride and how technical it is unbelievable. That's why it's so high up on this list. I don't think a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that.
Leave us.
Yes, General.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batuu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lift at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Drone droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, it goes to the prisoners. You're freezing. Attention block 3.
Cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Attention block bridge. Prisoners not seen or level D.
They cover recruits. If anyone's packing a blaster, now's a good time. Ah! The escape pod's just below us. Wait, why are you going up? I said down. Up is bad. Up is real bad.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This is orders of...
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the Resistance.
you. Okay, you're clear. Your escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck. There, see? I told you it wouldn't be a problem. All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. Line up, scout for his pod beacon. I really don't understand. Why are they stopping?
I think they're holding out for some kind of compensation.
Thank you.
More escape pods down in Sector 4. Verification pending from Key Command personnel.
We're keeping to the tree line. 4 teams, be advised. This suspect is still unaccounted for. Consider this a priority recovery.
I gotta go hit the blue milk stand and get one of my blue milks. I usually get one per day, and we're already pushing like noon and I haven't had one yet today, so I better get over there. All right, so the reason I've got Pirates at #1, kind of a no-brainer. This is such a crowd favorite here at the park. This one, in my opinion, is one of the best rides for its age, just because you're going in there and, you know, I'm sitting there watching everything, and there's so much going on technically in that ride, and the fact that this ride is as old as it is just unbelievable to me. I love this ride. It's been my favorite ride really since I was a kid, and it's my favorite ride at any amusement park, not just at Disneyland. That's why it's at my #1.
Speak up! Or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Everyone in England!
Belay there, you bilge rat!
Quit your clucking. The gentleman wants the room. Don't you, boy?
Without a look at this evil man, it's not the key to the treasure. Easy, boy. Here I be, a-holding the treasure map and the key as well. What I wouldn't give to see the look of anything.
Contributing whether your stuff-wing builds rent. I just time for work. Don't scare me.
Oh, dearie. Come on, have a nice birthday. That's a good
This is literally not a joke at all. When I come out to Disney for like, we usually do about 4 to 5 days out here at the park, I go on Pirates of the Caribbean probably 25, 30 times. So it's like, maybe I'm only out here like 2 or 3 times a year, but I've been on this ride so many times. All right, everybody, that's my top 5 rides at Disney. I'm gonna get a burger at Red Rose Tavern. Thanks for joining us on the XP project.